Last week you saw me redo my laundry area, and although that project definitely will get a part 2 very soon, I have moved on to a different project for now. We're going to build a new kitchen island. Now this island right here actually came with the house, and I don't hate it, but it's another piece of white in this space. So I'm going to change it up. I'm going to reuse the top of this island and build the rest all from scratch. So this is the plan. I would like some shelving on one side and an area where you can sit at the other. To reuse the top of the old island because it's actually pretty good, it's in pretty good shape. And then I'm going to build a set of bar stools because I have been looking all over the place for a set of nice bar stools for this island and I cannot for the life of me find them. So I'm gonna build some. They're gonna be very simple with a cushion on top that has these decorative tacks along the bottom to give it a little bit of an antique look. Oh, and if this is your first time here, welcome. My channel is mostly dedicated to a wide range of DIY projects, home decor, room makeovers, and all that kind of stuff. So if you like those things, consider subscribing and help me grow my channel so that I can make even more videos. I'm gonna go to the hardware store and get some wood, then we can get started. So I have made a list of wood that I need to cut. So I'm just gonna do all of that at once and then we can assemble. As you may have seen in the drawing for the island, which is the same technique as I'll be using for these bar stools, I will be using a chisel to take out a part of the legs so that these horizontal beams can lay inside of them. So I'm going to start by marking the exact spot where these have to go. I then cut the edges of the joint with a handsaw and then chiseled away the rest until the piece fit inside.
I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing.
Another thing I haven't done before, upholstery. I got a piece of 5cm foam for the seat and cut it to the size of the bar stool. I then covered the seat with a thick soft fabric that was on sale. It was just to make the wooden edges of the seat softer. And then I sewed a seat cover for the entire seat.
I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
I used these decorative nails to give it a bit more of an antique look. I actually tried putting them on by marking spots on the fabric and then pushing them in, but they ended up all over the place. There was no straight line at all. So what I did instead is I drew a line on the wood. I then marked the spots on that line and then created the holes beforehand with an awl. And then I put the studs in one by one just by lifting the fabric and looking where the hole was. At the end, I was able to correct some of them a little bit just to make them align better. Now that the bar stools are done, we can finally move on to building the actual island. So I didn't film this because you've already seen me do it for the bar stools before, but I have chiseled out a gap in the legs right here that the horizontal beams are gonna lay inside of. And now I'm just gonna sand everything and then we can assemble at least the sides of the island.
I feel like I've been here before. Through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes. But it's easier with
hardest part has been done, I hope. At least that's what I think, because I still have to take the old top off of the existing island, and I have no idea if it's gonna be really easy or not. So I was cutting the wood for the shelves of the island and realized that they are incredibly warped. They don't look very good. I don't know if you can see it, but they're not very straight. So I got fancy new wood that I don't actually need to sand. The other boards I would have had to sand down very, very much. So that's gonna save me some time. I'm gonna go and cut them to 1.5 meters.
I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while.
So the shelves are in. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of these in between, like right here. And then I'll be nailing the shiplap pieces onto this. But that's gonna be for tomorrow. I'm gonna put this one in and then I'm gonna call it a day. I actually planned on putting these beams right here in front of the shelves, but I forgot, so I did that last night. So I took this shelf out and then I drilled some pocket holes in the bottom and then I attached this one to it that way. So now we could move on to adding the shiplap to it, and then it will almost be finished. But I have to carry this thing all the way back to the house because that's where the compressor is with the nail gun. Let's see how far I get. This will work. As you saw in the drawing, I will be making a board in the middle that will separate the shelves from the seating side. So I'm just gonna cut a couple of these to size, and then we'll see how that goes. So I waited as long as I could removing this top because we were still using it. But now that the other one is done, we can finally get started on that. Let's hope it's only attached with screws and not with glue. Well, that could have been a lot worse. So that was a lot of work, but we're almost there. I'm going to put a layer of polyurethane on top to protect everything. I'll do that off camera though because it's invisible and boring. And then I'll put everything into place and show you how it turned out.